Have you ever had one of those mornings when you walk into your chicken house full of excitement, expecting to collect trays of fresh eggs, only to find half of what you were getting just a week ago? You stand there staring at the nest boxes, confused. You check the feeders, they're full. You look at the birds, they seem fine. And yet, the eggs just aren't there. It's one of the most frustrating experiences for any poultry farmer, and it makes you question everything. Is it the feed? Is it a disease? Are the birds getting old? The truth is, sudden drops in egg production are far more common than most people realize, and they can happen even when you think you're doing everything right. The good news is, there's almost always a reason, and more importantly, there's often a simple, natural solution that many farmers overlook. One of those solutions is something so ordinary that most of us have it in our kitchen right now: clove. Before we go any further, I'd love to know, where are you watching this video from? Drop your country or city in the comments below. It helps us understand where farmers like you are tuning in from around the world. Clove water, made from the same spice people use in tea or cooking, has quietly become one of the most powerful natural boosters for poultry health and egg production. It's not a commercial supplement, it's not a chemical, and it's not expensive. Yet, when used correctly, it can dramatically improve how your flock performs, often within just a couple of weeks. Before we get into how it works, let's first understand why egg production drops in the first place. The first and biggest culprit is stress. Stress is a silent productivity killer. It could come from heat, overcrowding, sudden changes in diet, or even loud noises and predators around the coop. Chickens under stress produce stress hormones that interfere with egg production. The second major reason is microbial infections, especially bacterial ones like E. coli or mycoplasma. These infections don't always make your birds visibly sick, but they reduce the efficiency of the digestive and reproductive systems. And then there's poor nutrient absorption. Even if your feed is perfectly balanced, if your birds' digestive systems aren't working efficiently, they won't absorb enough calcium, protein, and vitamins to maintain peak laying performance. Here's where clove water comes in. Clove, scientifically known as Syzygium aromaticum, is one of the most powerful natural plant extracts we can use in poultry. It's been used in traditional medicine for centuries, but modern science is now confirming what farmers have known for generations. Clove contains a compound called eugenol. Eugenol is a natural antimicrobial, antioxidant, and digestive stimulant all rolled into one. That means it helps fight harmful bacteria, reduces oxidative stress, and improves digestion, three of the biggest factors affecting egg production. A study published in the Journal of Applied Poultry Research showed that clove supplementation improved egg production, yolk quality, and even immune response in laying hens. Another study found that hens fed diets with clove powder laid heavier eggs with thicker shells compared to those that didn't receive any clove at all. These results are exciting because they prove that clove is not just a folk remedy. It's scientifically validated. Now, before we continue, if you're finding this video helpful so far, go ahead and hit the like button and share it with another farmer. It really helps the channel grow and ensures more farmers can benefit from practical tips like this. So how does this simple spice make such a big difference? The best way to understand it is to imagine a chicken's digestive system as the gearbox of a car. If that gearbox is full of dirt, no matter how much fuel you add, the car won't run efficiently. Clove acts like a mechanic. It cleans out harmful bacteria in the gut, reduces inflammation, and restores balance. Once the digestive system is working properly, nutrients from the feed can be absorbed more effectively, and the bird's energy can go where it's supposed to: egg production. Now, the next big question is, how do you prepare and use clove water correctly? It's very simple. Take about 10 grams of whole cloves, roughly 1 tablespoon. Crush them lightly with a mortar and pestle to release their oils, but don't grind them into a fine powder. Boil the crushed cloves in 1 liter of clean water for around 10 minutes. Let the water cool completely and strain it. This gives you a concentrated clove tea. You can then dilute that tea into 10 liters of drinking water for your chickens. Offer this to your flock 3 times a week, preferably in the morning when they're most likely to drink more water. One important note: Clove water should always be prepared fresh. Don't store it for more than 24 hours because its effectiveness drops quickly. For a flock of around 100 layers, 10 liters is usually enough for one day's dose. If you have a larger flock, scale the quantities proportionally. Some farmers even like to use clove water for 2 weeks straight when production drops sharply, then reduce it to twice a week as a maintenance dose. A common question I get is whether you can just grind clove into a powder and mix it into feed. The answer is yes, but it comes with a warning. Clove has a very strong flavor, and if you use too much, the birds might reduce their feed intake. That's why water extraction is usually the safer option, especially for beginners. It gives you more control over the dosage and ensures every bird gets an even amount. Speaking of dosage, here's another mistake to avoid: don't overdose. Some farmers think if 10 grams works, then 50 grams will work even better. It doesn't. Too much clove can irritate the digestive system and actually reduce feed and water intake. Stick to the recommended amounts. And remember that clove water is a supplement, not a substitute. Your birds still need a properly balanced feed with about 16 to 18% protein and 3.5 to 4% calcium. If your feed quality is poor, clove water won't be able to work its magic. Another big reason farmers love clove water is the cost. Clove is inexpensive and widely available. Even a small amount can treat a large number of birds, and the results often rival expensive imported supplements. If you calculate the cost of commercial additives versus clove, the savings can be significant without compromising results. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The first is that sudden drops in egg production are rarely just about feed or breed. They're usually a sign of stress, infection, or poor nutrient absorption, and all three can be improved with clove water. The second is that clove water is not magic. It's a tool. And like any tool, it works best when used correctly and consistently. The third is that the biggest changes often come from the simplest actions. Adding clove water 3 times a week might seem small, but the cumulative impact on your flock's health and productivity can be huge. If you want to see results, here's a simple action plan you can start today. Buy some whole cloves from your local shop. Prepare a batch of clove tea, as described. Offer it to your flock 3 times this week. Then watch your egg trays closely. You might be surprised to see them fill up again. Not because of an expensive product, but because of a humble spice that's been sitting in your kitchen all along. Just imagine what that could mean for your farm. Going from 40 eggs to 80. From 150 to 300. That's more income, more stability, and more confidence in your poultry business. Most importantly, it's proof that you don't always need complicated solutions. Sometimes, the answers are simple, natural, and right in front of you. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like it, subscribe for more weekly poultry tips, and share it with someone who might be struggling with egg production. Together, we can build healthier flocks, stronger farms, and a more sustainable future for poultry farming.